The Arkfeld Pro Sootch Edition. Let's check it out. Guys, when Olight first introduced their Arkfeld, flat flashlight, 1000 lumens, has a green laser, this was, to me, the perfect EDC. And ever since the review, I carried it in my pocket. Until I got the Arkfeld Pro, which had 1300 lumens of light, a more intense green laser, and then they added UV. This really gives you a lot of capability. It's a little bit larger than the original Arkfeld, but it fits in your pocket. It's that flat design. I love this flashlight, and it is the best-selling light that Olight offers. But I've been reviewing Olights for over 12 years. In fact, I was one of the first. And I've been a big fan of Olight. We've done a lot of testing, torture testing. I carry Olight as my EDC every day. So when they announced the Arkfeld Sootch Edition, I was honored. This is an absolutely beautiful light. It's got all the features of the Arkfeld Pro, but it has some really cool design features. It's all titanium, has a black stonewash finish. It even has the case of a head right there for your power button. Rechargeable, I mean, all the things that the Arkfeld Pro is, but yet they've stepped it up a notch. Now this light is only going to be available June 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to June 11th at midnight. And so if you're a fan of Olight, and you're a fan of the Sootch channel, guys, this is a limited edition light that I am very proud to bring to you guys. And there'll be a link down below in the description that'll take you straight to the page of the Sootch Edition Arkfeld Pro. The Arkfeld Pro Sootch Edition. Guys, the Arkfeld Pro has been my EDC since it came out. I love it. And of course, I carried the Arkfeld originally and then the Arkfeld UV. This is a little bit of a larger light than the original Arkfeld, but it fits really well in your pocket. This is one of the best EDC lights out there. I mean, it's flat, it's perfect, it's got the double pocket clip, and it has 3 different modes that really make this very useful in so many different situations. But let's talk about the Sootch Edition. I will have the original Arkfeld Pro video just annotated above. But this one is in all titanium, has a black stonewash finish on it, so it's going to wear really nice. Then we have this engraving, and I love this. Has part of the Sootch logo, which is the head of a cartridge, and it says long live and 556 with rifling coming off the sides. And then the power button, which I thought was incredible touch. This is a cartridge head as well, and it says the Republic, so long live the Republic. This is part of my logo. And this is brass, and it's just perfect for this light. In fact, all the accents here with the Sootch and Olight laser etched logo down at the bottom. And then we have brass that goes around the bezel. But this is a very capable light in itself, and we're going to go through the modes. Now it has light, and we're just going to press, and then we have a half lumen. Press again, and we start to go to our next lumens, and just press and release. And then once we get up to a certain point, we just double click. And now we have 1300 lumens, and it's a diffused beam. It's white, cool white, and it just really gets the light out there. And we're going to demonstrate that in a couple of minutes. Also, we can go to the next setting, and we have laser. And this is a really high intensity green laser. In fact, it's a class 3R laser, and it's above the original Arkfeld. And then if you double click the laser, you get light and laser. So I'm going to bring it back so you can see the laser, and then we have light. So it gives you really a 4th capability. And then we're going to go to UV. And UV is very useful for a lot of things. If you travel a lot and you're in hotel rooms, you're going to see what kind of sanitary conditions and what's gone on previously if not. Also, this is great if you have gardens or you're out at night, you want to find insects. They will glow in the dark, and so it's great, especially for hornworms. We've used that quite a bit. But one thing that I really like UV for is with checking out currency. And we're going to cut the light off for this. But here you'll see the fluorescent strip that's in your from $20 above. And this is just a strip that validates that this is official U.S. currency and it's not counterfeit. And so this is really just a very useful tool to be able to use. And then right here behind the toggle switch, we turn it on and we have a battery indicator. And of course this is fully charged and it will go down and it'll be red when it gets ready to be charged, which this is rechargeable. And it also has a strobe feature, and just triple click and we have strobe. Again, to get to that turbo, double click. And that's 1300 lumens. Right at the back we have a magnetic charging area and you have a small pad. Just put it on and then plug this into any USB. To me, this is the best charging system on the market. And then you can just take it off and use it. And guys, this is also magnetic, so it does attach to metal surfaces, which gives you a lot of capability. The light is 4 3/4 inches in length, it's 1 inch in width, it's 1/2 inch in depth, and then with the pocket clip, it's 3/4 inches. This thing in your pocket rides extremely easy. In fact, when you put it in, it just kind of glides down and you almost don't know it's there. It weighs 5.22 ounces, so it's fairly lightweight, and yet it gives you a good handful. To be able to use the light. It's not a small little keychain light, it's got a lot of capability, and at 1300 lumens, I mean, it really brights up the night. All right, we've got the Arkfeld Pro, and we're just going to go through the different modes. So first off, we're going to press and hold. We're going to have our moonlight setting, but before we get started, I want you to see the battery indicator. I mean, it just really brightens up. Now here we have the 1 lumen, and it's not really showing anything out there. We're going to go bump it up to 15 lumens. Now for me, I can see out there, not sure what you can pick up, but it's just a little bit. Bump it up one more time, now we have the 100 lumens. Okay, now we're getting some light out there where you can see it. I'm going to bump it up again to the 450, and that just really gets this area nice and bright. Now I can see pretty much whatever's in front of me. I mean, it does illuminate it. Not too much detail in that tree line, which is about 25 yards out. Now I'm going to double click. Now we have the 1300 lumens. So this is going to give you a lot of light. It's very diffused, it spreads out, nice flood, and it just gives you a lot of light in the general area. Now it's IPX7, which means it's waterproof up to 2 meters for 30 minutes. And of course this will withstand any of the elements, especially in your pocket. It can rain on it, it's not going to hurt it. You can drop it in a puddle and it's going to be fine. And it's one of the things that Olight really does well is the waterproof capability of their lights. I mean, lights are typically used outside, and so this makes this impervious to the elements. But it's also impact resistant up to 2 meters, and we have tested it. We've beat it on a post just for impact resistance, especially on the side. It seems to really, a lot of lights go out when you hit them on the side sometimes. With Olight, I have gone through a ton of torture tests. Then we take it and throw it up in the air, and it hits concrete and slides around. And guys, these lights just continue to work very well. Now they have a lifetime warranty, so if it does go out, you can get a replacement, and so that gives you a lot of confidence when you do have a light, because, you know, I depend on a light quite often, and the older I get, the more I depend on it. But of course, we did not do the torture test with the Sootch Edition, but we have done that again with the original Olight, and man, they look pretty rough when we finish, but they just keep on showing. And what's funny is the lights that I typically torture test are the lights that I end up carrying. They have a lot of love pats on them or marks, and to me it just shows that it's well loved. All right, now comes the price, and honestly I felt really pretty good about this price. This is a titanium stonewash finish. It has the engraving, which is definitely a limited edition version, and the MSRP is $139.99. But since this is our first collaboration with Olight, they're going to give a 25% discount right up front. And so it's going to be $104.99. The standard Arkfeld Pro is $99.99. Now, because of the discount and because of this being a limited edition, That just makes this very collectible in a sense, because this is only going to be available from June 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till June 11th at midnight, and then they're gone. So again, very honored that Olight would do that. I'll have a link down below that'll get you straight to the page for the Sootch Edition, but also if you decide to get one of the standard Arkfeld Pros. Again, they run $99.99. They may actually be on sale at the same time, so you might get a better price. I'll have a link down below in the description that will take you to the Olight website, and you can get a 10% discount using Sootch00 only on the standard Arkfeld, and if they're not on sale. Also, this is a pre-order, so when the 11th's up, they're going to get the orders and they're going to produce the lights, and it should be between 35 and 50 days, it's a 2-week period, that these will be shipped to your door. And that way, they can make sure that these aren't out of stock and people can't get them. And that's one thing that happens a lot of times, especially when they have big sales. But honestly, even if you're not a fan of the Sootch channel, this is a great price for a fantastic light. So guys, one of my favorite flashlights now in the Sootch Edition for a limited time, and I am very honored that Olight produced this to offer to you guys. Of course, I'm going to be carrying this every day. And a big thank you to Olight for their design of the Sootch Edition Arkfeld Pro. Link down below in the description. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. This is going to be the first Sootch light, and there'll be a link in the description, and there'll be a link, and good Lord. Go away, you stupid ant. There's an ant on my viewfinder. The Arkfeld Pro Sootch Edition. Sootch Edition.